So let's talk systemic mycosis in the microbiology section. So there are some general rules regarding systemic mycosis that all uh, systemic mycosis organism, histoplasmosis, blastomycosis, mycosis, and then coccidioids and para-coccidioid, they all causes in the immunocompetent patient, they all causes pneumonia, and in the immunocompromised patient, they all disseminate. All exist as dimorphic. Dimorphic mean uh, when the temperature is cold, they present as mold. When temperature is heat, they exist as yeast. Except there is an exception. Only exception is coccidioids, which exist as spherules in the tissues. And we can treat all the local systemic mycosis infection with the conazoles, flu and itraconazole, and all the systemic mycosis or disseminated one, we use amphotericin B. So these are the general rules. So first pathogen, first fungi is Histoplasmosis. All in our gram staining technique we use in the growth culture lecture, we use a word suborod agar. They all grow on suborod agar and KOH preparation. So in histoplasmosis, first of all, the endemic areas, the most famous Ohio, Mississippi area, river valley, and in these endemic area, if a person is working in a cave, in a spelunking, or deals with bats and birds droppings, then in the droppings or in that litter, there is a fungi, histoplasma, and it take the respiratory route. We inhale respiratory route, we inhale that pathogen, it converts from mold to yeast form, and then hides in macrophages, means they grow in macrophages grow in macrophages, spread via lymphatics. This is the line from world. So lymphatics, when it spread from lymphatics, then it goes to the spleen and cause splenomegaly, now disseminated. First over here, respiratory route, it goes into the alveoli and cause pneumonia if the patient is immunocompetent, and we can treat it, and it is treatable. But when the person is immunocompromised, let's suppose he is on transplantation medication, immunosuppressants, or HIV, then the organism spread via lymphatics, goes to the spleen, cause splenomegaly, goes to the bone marrow, cause pancytopenia, and also we have the ulcers on the palate and tongue. In the lung section, it forms granuloma, which fibrosed and calcify, and we have the calcific lesions on the x-rays. So we have discussed the endemic area, the mode of route of transmission, the mechanism, the growth in macrophages, spread, and different disseminated symptoms. The next one is blastomycosis. So blastomycosis, the blasto buds broadly, so it has a broad base budding. It is the fungi of the endemic area of Great Lakes and South Central Great Lakes and East Central and Eastern US areas. So it can cause as we have discussed, it can cause pneumonia, inflammatory lung disease, and also it disseminate as go to the bone and cause lytic lesions, and if it is go to the skin, it cause variceous lesions. It mimic squamous cell carcinoma. So the next one is coccidioids, and the coccidioids, it is the fungi of the desert area. So coccidioid, it exists as a ferrule in the tissues, and it is an endemic fungi of California and the southwestern part of the western US, Arizona, Texas, and all these areas. And it is from the dust exposure like dust exposure from the earthquakes workers, or the workers of archaeological workers, the workers which works as excavators. So they are exposed of a lot of dust. So coccidioids it is also called as a desert fungi. It can cause desert bumps, which are erythema nodosum or erythema multiformans, and also disseminate to the bone and cause desert arthralgia. It can also cause meningitis. And archaeological dust exposure, erythema, ferrule. So this is all about coccidioids. The next one is para-coccidioid. Para-coccidioids, it is very much same as blastomycosis. The areas, the pathogenicity, but is common in male, and it is the endemic fungi of Latin America, and it has a very very different shape, like the paracellular wheel, which differentiates it from the other ones. So these are the high yield systemic mycoses which are free points on the boards.